boom, 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 boom. It's time. So I know it's called crafting reviews with HYRR or have you read reviews, but y'all, I am way too animated here. I dropped my crochet in the last video. I haven't picked it up. We're in the book realm of Sarah J. Maas. This is book 2. If you haven't seen my video for A Court in Thorns and Roses, go back, watch it, because it starts out slow and then it gets really, whew. And then we're here, we're doing this. Okay. I can't believe we're doing this. All right, let me tell you something. There's a scene in here, and the spice is really good. Slow burn, but good. There's a scene in here where there's a worm, and this worm I ruined. And you know what? A lot of the people in the community pictured the same exact thing. I don't know how many of y'all watched SpongeBob growing up. But if you haven't, you need to go Google the giant SpongeBob worm. I think it was a sandworm or something. Because that is what a lot of us are picturing in this book. And I don't know how to do the video picture thing yet. So please Google it. Pause this, go Google, and check it out. Oh wait, I'll give you a second. Just sipping my hydration berry mix. If you get dehydrated, that's the stuff. Okay, I hope that was long enough because I need to talk about this book. Like right now. This is book 2 in a Thorn and Glass series. It is A Court of Mist and Fury. I'm going to open it up first with my awesome little tag. And I know it looks awkward to you guys. This is green. This is a very nice green. I'm trying to see if we have another map. We do. Another map. So, human world. Fairy world. I don't remember what this is, but I think it's fairy world too. Fairy realms. Oh my god. So, this is a 5-book series. I tell you, if you're going to just buy the books, get the box set. Just get the box set, please. This is book 2. I am in love with it. So we get Ryson. Yes, I'm sure I did not say that right. And we get Fair. Y'all, I'm too. Between the heat and the excitement and the talking of it. Freya. I still did it wrong. The F person. The main character. And Tamlin. Oh my god. Tamlin is a dick in this, honestly. I mean, I get why he did it. Once you read the book, you'll understand. But this was my turning point where I started realizing Tamlin's a dick. Remember, I actually did really like him in the story. So, we left book 1 with her being a super strong character, making a decision. This decision has put her underneath a mountain, held captive as a slave. Kinky. No. So in this story, we really get an eye-opening account of Raisin? We're going to go with initials, people. R-F-T-A. That one's just because I can't say her name. So, R, we really get to see his character. Honestly, I kind of had this weird feeling based on how he was acting in the first book that he might not be who he appeared to be. And in the second book, that feeling continued. So without giving away anything, I kind of started liking his character in the kind that way that you don't like someone, but you're rooting for them. That's what I thought of him. That's where I was going with it. And what he did to F, yeah, he tricked her. He did. And a few different things, so no spoilers. But I kind of feel like there was much more to that. Now, Tamlin, tampon. You know, I know he didn't have a lot of power, but honestly, I feel like he just didn't do too much in this. I feel, and you can feel some of my anger with it, I feel that he should have done more, should have tried harder. Instead, he was like, Hi, I'm a slave. Oh, you're a slave too? That's nice. I have it worse. Sure you do. Okay, great. Thanks. But I did really enjoy the ups and downs, the twists and turns, the build-up on both parts. That was a solid 5 out of 5. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure I rated this book a 5 out of 5. I should probably start looking at the ratings before I do the videos, especially when it's been a while. The description in this book, way better. The plot was amazing. You could definitely tell that Mass knew where she was going and how she wanted to get there, and she did it. Besides the worm thing, which honestly is just because I ruined it for myself, this book was a thing of gold. I really enjoyed it. We didn't have a lot of different characters, so it was like this little group. So the character development was stunted because of that, and the plot definitely felt like it had a lot of side plots going on, which wasn't bad. It added to the story, and later on, this is a spoiler, later on, it helps. You'll see with tea. All in all, I was pretty impressed. I was really happy that I had all the books on Kindle because of the fact that once I finished the first one, I just immediately needed to start this. What I did not realize was, because the other one was like 614 pages, is either 14 or 41. This is the time I tell you, I'm dyslexic. This one, 10 more pages. 624 pages. Guys, this book, it's a big book. It's the book you show when you say, I like big books and I cannot lie. That's how excited I am. You guys just got serenaded. Congratulations. I could not put it down. I was literally reading this every single moment I had, which is part of the reason why it was rated a 5-star. I put it down and I would come back from lunch and I just start talking to Elle about it, and I'd be like, dude, I'm at this point. I can't believe she did this. She was a book ahead of me. And she's like, oh yeah, haha, just wait. And I'm like, no, fudge you. Let me deal with this. I have to process. She let me process. She's a good friend. And then she destroyed me by telling me about the next book. Keep in mind, when I started this series, I didn't have all 5 books. I only had the first 4 because the 5th one hadn't come out yet. So she's like, oh yeah, and by the way, the 4th book is really small. And I'm just like, why would you tell me that? That's the last book. And then she destroyed my world. So book 2 out of a 5-book series, I loved what it did to F. Oh, I'm so sorry. It effed her up. Oh man. What she had to go through in this book just to survive was amazing. I mean, between the worm, the art, you know the art, the characters, and don't get me wrong, there was a very, very gruesome scene, which, fair warning, there was, I guess it would be a trigger warning. There was death in this. There was a lot of death in this. So that is something that she has to come to terms with, because her character feels personally responsible, even though it was A who made the choice and R who had to deal with the fact that he had to carry out some of it. But there is a side character who, before this, did not play a part in the book at all. She was not important. But F's one choice in the first book, when she met R, pretty much sealed this girl's fate. And when she finds out, I might be jumping into the other book. I'm not going to tell you about that. But there were a lot of moments where I'm just like, you can't be serious. There's trials that she has to go through. And by God, the worm's my favorite part. And all I can do is picture the worm from SpongeBob just like, whoop. So you guys really need to go check that out. If you haven't read the book yet, just go check it out. Trust me. You know, I think I'm just going to leave it on that, honestly. I felt like the ending was good, and really, it kind of had completion. I was still pissed at Tamlin, which is why I started book 3. I'm like, this can't be it. This cannot be it. This is a crock of crap. So, still got a 5-star for me. I was very pleased with it, and really happy because I ended up buying the entire box set because of these books. I was like, I still have to read the 5th one, and this is one of those books where it looks good on your shelf. It's pretty, really pretty. I'm trying to show you, my light's not that great. So I'm like, you know, trophies. Read the Kindle, buy the trophy. All in all, completely worth it. If you guys are contemplating going and getting it, because this one I would definitely say not appropriate for preteens. If your preteen is wanting to read it, highly recommend reading it with them. And even that, that's your choice. I wouldn't do it because even with our policy in our household and what I grew up with policy, I feel like it is a little more advanced than what they normally would have. Now, teenagers, I think they're okay with the slow burn and the smut. The smut was like, I don't know if I would put it at a 3, but I don't really want to put it at a 2.5. But there was a lot of suggestive moments, and a little more than suggestive. So definitely your choice, your child. You do what you think is best. I personally would let my teenagers read this when they were teenagers. But then again, open communication. You feel like you're not old enough to read something, you put it down. You feel like you have questions, you come to mom and dad. We'll answer them. Sometimes too frankly, but that's what you get. All in all, I was really, really pleased with it and just could not put it down. I went through it in less than a week, which at the time I was still reading or learning. Did you know I was reading when I was reading this? I was still trying to get back into reading. This is actually the series that helped me get back into it after not being able to read for years because, you know, raising families, working, that kind of thing. This series helped me get back into it. And I read this in a week. It took me a couple weeks for the first book. So if you're contemplating reading the Court of Thorns and Rose series, start out with that, then go to A Court of Mist and Fury. You will not regret it as long as you like captive situations, giant SpongeBob worms, and fairies. Bye, guys.